Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, I'm your host Isaac, and I welcome all of you to the Weekly Wind Down. This is a brand new weekly show here on the main channel dedicated to all of you who are just a bit too lazy to just check the Down Owl document, where I'll be going over the current standings in the Owl divisions and maybe get a word from our lovely coaches as well. But as you can tell, we're already off to a pretty bad start, since this video is actually 1 week late due to a sudden trip to England. But without further ado, I say we take a look at week 1. Oh lord, what a week 1 we had. But before going into that week, I'd like to explain the stats you see on screen right now. So if you took a look at the Diamond division from left to right, you got MR, meaning match record, you got coach record, and you got the differential. It's pretty simple. Match record, meaning the overall record for the team. Coach record, meaning the overall record for the coaches of the team combined. And lastly, the differential, just meaning all the differentials of the coaches added together. It's that simple. This also acts as the priority order when it comes to determining which team comes up on top. Starting from the left, we have Team Swexit topping the Diamond division with 3 victories and a whopping plus 16 differential, meaning they were 2 knockouts away from the perfect week. Followed shortly after by GGK with 3 victories of their own and a whopping plus 14 differential. So already here we can tell this week was incredibly bloody. Taking a look to the right, we have Team Charm topping the Pearl division with yet another 3-0 victory and a differential of plus 10. Followed after by NDM, who actually did not get a 3-0 victory but a 2-1 victory and a differential of plus 6. But other than that, there's not really much else to say, since this is just the week 1 and I don't think there's any points going into more analysis. But one thing I can say is that the Owl Season 4 competition is fierce, and I would not be surprised in the slightest to see any of the teams who lost this week to end up topping their division in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. And ending on that note, I say we take a look at week 2. Now we can finally see the divisions take their shape. Starting from the left, we see GGK beat Team Swexit in a 2-1 series, but with a 0 differential in the end, which made both teams keep their week 1 differentials, just bumping up GGK to that number 1 spot in the Diamond division. Looking further down, we got Swamp Squad beating the Weatherballers, placing that at a number 3 spot in the division, and pushing down the Weatherballers to the 4th place. Directing our attention to the right and to the Pearl League, we have Team MMB beating Team Charm, the top dog of week 1, in a 2-1 series, pulling Team Charm down from the top spot into the 2nd spot. And last but certainly not least, we got the showdown between NDM and the Guardians, ending in a 2-1 victory in NDM's favor. But with a 0 differential there too, actually getting NDM the top spot in the Pearl division, but with the same differential as week 1. Now looking at the league as a whole, the only 2 undefeated teams are GGK and NDM topping their respective divisions, but putting GGK at the number 1 spot in the entire league due to their coach record of 5-1 and their insane differential of plus 14. And on that note, I think it's very fitting that we hear a word or two from the captain of GGK himself. Alright, so today I'm joined by Sean, Blind Messiah, the captain of the GGK and the current number 1 team in Owl. So, general thoughts.
Good evening.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite good. You're pleasantly surprised, I think.
Yeah, you're quite far away from the number 2 team NDM with a differential of 6. You got a differential of 14 and a coach record of 5. You've only dropped 1 game in the entire team, so you're quite far ahead of the rest.
We've dropped 1 game against Eric, which frankly I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah, and I also I also congratulate you with a bit of resentment, since you had to beat me to get there. So good job.
I did, and I can only apologise and not mean it.
Perfect. That's all I expected. But thoughts in general. I mean, we're 2 weeks in. You've beaten both your opponents quite. I'd say quite easy. I mean,
quite well.
Yeah, quite well.
Yeah, things were going quite well, honestly. As far as our a private coach chat is concerned, everyone seems to be getting along. Everyone seems to be building properly. Everyone seems to be working properly.
Obviously.
It's functioning quite well. And for three people that before now hadn't met each other, certainly hadn't had any real conversation time with each other, it's going far smoother than I anticipated.
Yeah, that just struck me now. I didn't even think about that. You obviously have two coaches you've never really been in a team together before. How's your team dynamic in general? Is that good? Is that going very well?
Yeah, no, it's going really well. Especially as I said, I'd played against Peyton before.
Yeah.
In Clang stuff.
But that's it.
But yeah, that's it. Lazy Ghost came from quite literally absolutely nowhere. I believe he came to the server simply through Matt.
There you go. Pick up new coaches, boys. You will end up at number 1.
Absolutely. There we go. Don't trust your friends. Your friends are snakes. They will disappoint you.
Oh, that's so true. But lastly, just in general, has there been any big obstacles you guys had struggled to overcome? Like a specific mon, is it right, or a specific matchup? Has it been a really tough one to crack, or have you been like, yeah, I've got a pretty good matchup?
The entire my matchup versus you. All three of us decided was complete ass.
So you managed quite well. You managed quite well either way.
So eventually it revolved around, let's just slow pivot into Doug Trio and see what happens type thing.
Well, you managed really well. And next week you are indeed facing Team MMB. The next week after that you got G. So yeah, you're soon done with the entire division, and you've beaten everyone but them. So, oh sorry, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's even bad on my end. You've actually beaten 2 of the divisions. Team MMB is the other division. So you're looking quite good at the moment.
We're looking good at the moment. However, it is only week 2.
Exactly, we're only week 2 in. So we'll have to see. But at the moment.
The issue with Owl, certainly, even more so this season than last season, is that there are no easy games.
Oh no,
Absolutely everybody, regardless of everybody's individual coaches are at a level where nothing is guaranteed at all.
Oh yeah, completely.
Which I quite like. I enjoy that kind of competitive stuff, and apparently so does the team. So it's
good stuff. Good stuff. A lot of new people, a lot of new faces. It's going to be a really interesting season.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, thank you for your very insightful thoughts and opinions, and I wish you the best of luck until you face us again.
Yes, I wish you luck right up until you face us, at which point you can get fucked.
That's on tape. I will kill you. Thank you for joining me today, Sean. It's been a pleasure having you. It's been a pleasure having you.
Anytime, Isaac. No worries.
Thank you. That's gonna be it for this week. All the relevant links are, as always, in the description below. I thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for week 3. I'll see you next time.